Hey, what up? What up? What up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going down? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk with the Real Mojo on the Real Mojo TV. What's going on, y'all? We just went through NFL Week 11. Football was not, sadly, football was not the main emphasis of Week 11. But anyway, y'all know how we do, man. When you pull up to the stream, hit the like, share, subscribe for the algorithm. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you're chilling. Put a one in the chat if you're at work. As usual, look up in the corner here. The show is sponsored by 95 North Enterprise LLC. Go click the website, support the show, support the stream, all that good stuff, man. Um, imagine, imagine a week where Shador Sanders sees his first action, and that's not the main topic. Imagine that, y'all. Imagine we got what we've been waiting on since the NFL draft, since Joe Flacco got traded, since Dylan Gabriel has been performing way under par. Shador, we got Shador. And I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit, but it's not even the first or the second main thing this week, week 11 in the NFL. And honestly, it's kind of a shame that it's not uh, one of the top two stories, or even three, just because of what's going on around the league and around the country and in the community and stuff like that. Um, we're gonna kind of go in order of importance. So Shadur Sanders made his debut this week. Dylan Gabriel took a hit, I'm not sure if it was a sack or because I actually uh, was watching the Cleveland game because I was thinking, I said, well, Baltimore might really ruffle some feathers and force Shadur in the game, and and they kind of did that. They kind of did that. It wasn't really a feather ruffling thing, but um, Dylan Gabriel was injured and believed to have been concussed in the game. So in comes Shadur Sanders. The crowd was going crazy. The players was going crazy. And I'm pretty sure everybody in his family and all of his fans, Colorado Nation, Jackson State, I'm pretty sure everybody had the same feeling. Because it was just a feeling when he came on the field, boom, finally. First pass completed. Second pass completed. Mind you, Cleveland had the lead. So hey, Shadur, he could finish this thing off, have a full week with the ones, and then next week the Tom Brady like story will be written. Not so much. Baltimore had other plans, mind you. It was a lackluster performance. It was what we saw from Dylan Gabriel when he entered the game. But when Dylan Gabriel entered the game, he had been at least getting reps with the ones and twos. After a lackluster performance by Shedeur, 4 for 11, interception, a fumble. What we would expect against a Baltimore defense, uh, and just what we had learned after the game was Shedeur Sanders has never worked with the first string offense. Unheard of. Unheard of. A recipe for disaster. A slap in the face to the rest of the team. That's a slap in the face to the rest of the team that worked so hard every single day, every single week since the season started. First of all, the starter is a rookie. Now the backup is a rookie. And you mean to tell me your backup rookie has never got reps with the first team? If you ever heard of sabotage, setting somebody up for failure, the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, and whatever the fuck is going on over there, is that's what that is. I watched the timeout. They didn't even interact, Stefanski and Shedeur Sanders. So there's definitely, there is definitely something there. There's definitely something there. But anyway, Stefanski said if there's a concussion, if Dylan Gabriel's in the protocol, Shedeur will start next week. We'll see. Because I don't trust Stefanski at all. Stefanski is the type of person that will steal your shit and help you look for it. I don't trust him at all. And I'm to the point now where I just really don't like him. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on, and I don't like the way it's being handled. And I'm pretty sure I can almost guarantee of millions that feel the same way. But let's move on before I start throwing shots and YouTube and wherever else I'm streaming to. X, get me up out of there. So we're gonna go now to young brother Keon Coleman, who I never liked anyway as a player. Personality, dope. Funny as hell, cool, down to earth, made for the social media era. He went to Florida State. Everybody know I'm a Miami, Alabama fan. So if you go to Florida State, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I would never wish an injury on you, but if you was a Florida State player, it's up with you till you retire, unless we become teammates in the league somewhere. But anyway, Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch on Sunday. A healthy scratch is never a good thing, because that means the coaches are not going to play you, and it's not due to injury. It's due to a mistake, a bad decision, poor choice, something that you did and you brought on yourself throughout the week. He's on the sideline, dancing away, going crazy, going crazy. He's on the sideline dancing away, going crazy. So I said, "Oh, it's not an injury. It's definitely not an injury because everything's moving on the line. He hyped, he laughing, so it's not an injury." The Bills proceed to go beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Josh Allen threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for 3 more. Historic performance. Passing game looked flawless. Execution was beautiful. Another bad thing, because if your team looked this good without you, if your team looked this good without you, and you on the sideline, if that ain't a wake up call for you, then you clearly don't get it. So after the game, reporters in the locker room asked him, what was up, because it's not the first time he missed meetings. I guess that was first I heard about that, and that's the reason why he didn't even come late to the meeting. He just missed the meeting, and your team don't think enough of you to play you because it's been receivers. I hate to. It's been receivers on the Steelers that has missed meetings, but his production was so high they never thought about sitting him out. Maybe the first quarter. They would never say, don't dress for the game. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to do that. So Keon Coleman, to me, is not a good enough player to go through some of the unprofessionalism, because all you do is go to practice and go to meetings. That's your whole week outside of Sunday. That's your whole week. And if you can't do that, then no, you don't play. You don't play. You shouldn't play. To be honest, if you can't get up and go to work every day, because normal people, you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So hey, take from that what you will. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Because he's a repeat offender. Talked to by his teammates. And just to me, just he still don't get it. He still don't get it. I mean, athletically in high school and college, you can look at him and see he's far superior to a high school and a college player. Far. In the NFL, not so much. In the NFL, everybody just about is like you. You may have a few inches of height, a few more pounds of muscle. You may can jump maybe a half inch high, taller. Higher than them. But for the most part, in the NFL, it's about schemes, coaching, paying attention, professionalism, and execution. And it starts in the film room. It starts with those meetings. Come to the meeting, they doze off, but you are there. And you could come late, even though they said coming on time is late. But to not even show up, I can't give you out for that, bro, because everybody else was there. It wasn't brought to the attention that you had a family emergency, or else this wouldn't even be an issue. They wouldn't even put that out, and it wouldn't have been an issue. So hopefully he get it together, because Sad, sad, sad. The sad fact is, uh, Keon Coleman is just a guy. He's just a guy. He's not a Jerry Rice prototype. He's just a guy, man. And realistically, he's not even 1,000 yard guy. He's not even a 100 catch guy. He's not even a 10, 12 touchdown guy. He's just simply a jump ball possession receiver. Just a guy, man. So you should be on your P's and Q's way more than everybody else. For real, for real. Now the last two stories I want to get into is should never happen. Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We put a stomping on the Cincinnati Bengals, right? We put a stomping on the Cincinnati Bengals. As brother Debo, aka James Harrison, would say, we put belt to ass on the Cincinnati Bengals. And the game was over. The league's best receiver, Jamar Chase, he wasn't performing up to snuff, schemes and things like that, and just a bad team. Cincinnati's just a bad team. We gotta be real. So him and Jalen back and forth, what they do, and next thing you know, from the naked eye, Jalen Ramsey couldn't take the trash talk and grabbed him and started throwing punches. But I'm looking and I'm like, Jalen Ramsey is too. He's not being his normal self, animated and blah blah. I said he looked upset. He ain't leaving the field. He looked mad for lack of a better word. He looked angry, like he looked pissed off. Trying to talk to him, he ain't trying to hear none of it. So I'm like, okay, cool. He got ejected or whatever. So after the game, announcers didn't catch it. So after the game, they asked him what's up. He said he spit on me, and I don't give a fuck about football after that. And I'm like, yo, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Spitting on somebody, absolute worst thing in the world you could do. A, a, a man spitting on another man can end anyway. It can end any way. Trust me. Trust me on that. You outside and you spit on somebody, listen, man. You asking, you really asking for whatever he feel like giving. You really asking for whatever he feel like giving. So with that being said, Chase was interviewed on his side, and it was brought to his attention. Hey man, he said you spit on him. He said Jamar Chase said he couldn't handle the trash talking. Maybe that got under his skin, but I didn't open my mouth to spit at him. And then we have something called video. We got something called video, Jamar. First of all, you're in an NFL stadium on the field. You're the best player in the game. and you're getting into it with somebody. So you don't think, I'll say 95% of the people got their phones out filming you, Jamar Chase, the Triple Crown winner, just standing there. They can get the best picture or video ever because you're just standing there arguing with somebody. You're not running a 4-3 or whatever you run. You're not in action. You're just standing there, simply standing there arguing. So you don't think nobody is going to have a video of spit flying out of your mouth and not spray while you're talking. You spit on a man, another grown, and then you lied about it when you were asked about it. I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna lie. I lost all respect for Jamar Chase when I saw the video of him spitting, because that was before the interview, mind you. But the interview really just confirmed it. Ain't no coming back from that. Even had he said my emotions got the best of me, we losing, our playoff, our season is gonna be short once again. We suck like we always do, and I'm tired of it. Cool. I would have been like, damn, dog, you got to control yourself a little bit better than that. But you lied about it, bro. That right there solidified me rooting for you, because when you was Triple Crown chasing last year, I was like, yo, dog, I hope he get that shit. But that's never going to happen again. I don't care. And not even because it was the Steelers. I really don't, bro. I really don't, bro. I'm not gonna say bad things happen, but I don't really care what happened to you. And I ain't talking about where I'm about to go with the next story, but I don't really care what happened to you on the field. Motherfuckers start taking shots, boom, 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 head shots, late shots, like just because that's foul, bro. And then you lied about it. You couldn't even man up about it. Yeah, man, I'm through with you, bro. Jalen Ramsey, if they suspend you, that's fucked up. You should be able to appeal that and win, and not be fined for punching him in his shit. Real talk. And he got up there and lied on it. So don't accept no phone calls from him. Don't accept no apology from him. Next year when you play him, do whatever you feel is necessary to move on. You dig? All right, man. We're gonna move on to a real story, a real serious story. Got nothing to do with football. The Jets DD Chris Boyd was shot in New York City, in Manhattan, and in front of a restaurant, a popular restaurant called Say Less, SEILESS. There's no way. People gonna say, "Oh, he ain't had no business out." He can do whatever the fuck he wanna do. He's a grown man. He's rich. He's in America. He can do whatever he wanna do. So you mean to tell me if he didn't have no business out, then nobody else should have been out? I mean, I'm listen. I got it. You're trying to say he's famous, he's a football player, whatever. He shouldn't have been out there. Listen, if the dude can't enjoy life, then he ain't really rich. Okay, you can say he should have had security with him. He should have had security with him. He should have been somewhere else. He shouldn't have been standing. It shouldn't have been a parking lot pimping situation where he's standing outside, maybe hanging around, lingering around after. Say that, or mean that. But to say he ain't had no business there, he ain't had no business out at 2 o'clock. Who the fuck are y'all to tell this millionaire what time he can be out? He didn't have no game Sunday. His team played on Thursday. And he's on injured reserve, so he ain't playing at all. So if he want to go out, get some food with his people, hang, meet a young lady, whatever he was doing, if he was outside riding an e-bike through Manhattan at 2 o'clock in the morning, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do, and can't nobody tell him otherwise. Is it smart? No. But maybe that's him. Maybe that's his personality. Maybe he, first of all, you got to understand, you got to remember, these dudes is in the NFL, these dudes are young. So these dudes are still in the streets. They still in the clubs. They got money. They can bag whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. You see these dudes everywhere. This is we talking New York, Manhattan. Celebrities everywhere. Celebrities everywhere. So for people to get mad and blame him for getting shot by somebody like come on, dog. Like, first of all, if you get into it with an NFL player or any athlete, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get your ass whooped. These dudes is in world class condition, world class shape. What's going on? What's going on? I appreciate that. I appreciate that support. They lift weights for a living, physical contact for a living. They in hella shape. Like, so if you was gonna fight him, or if there was a fight, 10 times out of 10 you're gonna lose. And you probably knew that, which is why you did what you did. I mean, or you tried to rob him. That ain't gonna work either. Like man to man, you lost. Because the person that shot him probably was high, probably smoke and drink all fucking day, eat bullshit, eat Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? While this dude is like, I just don't understand. And another thing too, probably jealous. Like, I just don't understand why. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Because you see dudes get into fights with these athletes all the time. You see people jealous of these athletes all the time. Now, some of the times, I ain't gonna front. You see these athletes fucking with somebody's girl, or not taking the high road. And I will say this: if you ain't from a place, you just play sports there. There's a bottom level of shit you don't know nothing about, and people you don't know nothing about. You gotta know who you're dealing with. As a matter of fact, you don't. You ain't supposed to know who you're dealing with. Fuck them. Let them do that street shit, and you go do the millionaire shit. Like security. That's famous millionaire shit. Got security. Not a bunch of motherfuckers looking to get into shit or start some shit or finish some shit. He's in critical condition. I believe they upgraded it to stable, critical, but it's looking like help came in time in the form of ambulance and shit like that. Because basically it was 2 or whatever time it was in the morning. It ain't a lot going on. And right there in Manhattan, if y'all know the city, uh, uh, it can only be a certain level of traffic there. So help can get to you, and if something happens, and it's hella police there that don't really do shit. I don't even understand how a motherfucker could get shot right there if you know where the place is at. Say less if you know where it's at. Well, I ain't giving them no shine because they didn't have nothing to do with it. And I don't feel that shine to keep mentioning their name because they didn't have nothing to do with it or whatever. But athletes, I can tell you right now, certain motherfuckers don't care who you are. They don't want your autograph. They don't want to take a picture with you. Steer clear of niggas your own age. You understand? You in your early 20s, mid 20s, and you a millionaire and famous and whatever, and you see people your same age on the street, wherever you at, you know the look, you know what they are. So stay the fuck away from them before you end up in a real bad situation. This ain't the first time this done happened. The guy from the Broncos was killed. I forget his name. He was a DB. And that's another thing. You a DB, you the regular size of these people walking around out here. You're a defensive back. You're the same size as these people walking around out here. So they might not even know you're an NFL player. They might just see you in there buying mad drinks, see you with jewelry, see you getting all type of love from chicks and some people. So they don't like that. That's a trigger for motherfuckers already. So I'm going to holler at him outside. That's how they think. If you don't think that way, when the club is over or the place let out at whatever time, you're supposed to already be in your Bentley or your Urus heading back to your motherfucking penthouse with 3 things behind you in tow. Never mind these motherfuckers on the street, bro. They do not care about you. They do not like you. They don't want to hang with you. They want to make an example out of you. They want to steal your shit and put it on the internet. Yo, man, I stole this nigga shit. That's what they want to do. So wake up, get healthy, young brother, and he probably won't play. Ricky Pearsall was shot, the wide receiver from the 49ers. White dude. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter, dog. It don't matter, bro. Steer clear of shit that you done overcame. If you ain't on that level, stop bringing yourself down to that level. That's all you're doing. When people make money like that, it's a reason why they don't keep living in the fucking hood. Because ain't no good gonna come out of it. Ain't no good gonna come out of it. So y'all athletes and rappers, some of y'all rappers, y'all gotta figure this shit out, bro. Like it ain't even really about figuring it out because you already know. You already know. People, 50 Cent has security. Oh, these motherfuckers got security. So what? Nigga, People with security ain't like you. They're not doing what you doing. They're not living how you living. They Friday when it's direct deposit time, shit look way different from yours. So all that dumb shit you talking and doing, that ain't their life. Like them dudes is different. They eating different shit. They all over the world, seeing shit, meeting people, signing deals. They're not out there worrying about no fucking block or no shit like that. Like, come on, man. Even as a criminal or whatever y'all are, street person, this applies to you too. You gotta know the people that you like. You know that dude ain't like you, so you shouldn't even want to be around him. You gonna lose everything. He gonna get the girl. He got more money to buy all the drinks. He don't owe nobody. That's not no re-up money for him. Like, and not to mention, first and foremost, all of us look alike. We all black. We all young. I'm talking about like them athletes. So why the fuck are we beefing anyway? He ain't even. If you are in some type of situation, he ain't in the same situation. He ain't on the other side of the street. You don't work on this corner and he work on another corner. So what the fuck is the beef even with him? What's the beef even with him? You don't got one. It's jealousy, it's fucking hate, envy, all that shit put together, bro, is what it is. But like I tell people, this shit ain't never gonna stop. So just separate yourself. Separate yourself. Because the shit ain't never gonna stop, bro. These motherfuckers live a certain way, they're gonna always live that way. It don't matter what time he was out. It don't matter what time he was out. Because if he shouldn't have been out, then the rest of the people shouldn't have been out. He could be out whatever time he want. He didn't have no game on Sunday. His team played on Thursday. It don't matter what time he was out. He shouldn't have been hanging at, once you leave out of the place that you at, he shouldn't have been standing around kicking it with them or kicking it around them. That shouldn't have happened because they're not the same. But he could be, first of all, it don't close here. Well, New York don't close fucking at all. After, only time it closed was when COVID came. Shit is open around the clock. So he could be out whatever time he wants. He shouldn't be standing outside. No. Once your spot closed or once your time there is done, go jump in your Maybach or whatever you're driving and get the fuck out of there. Go somewhere else. Because 2:00 ain't shit. Somewhere else is open. Somewhere else is just getting popping at 2:00. But when people say he shouldn't have been out at 2:00, that's bullshit. He could be out whenever he want. He's enjoying New York City just like everybody else. Like, that's the only part I don't agree when people say that. That's it. Because everybody else didn't get shot. Suppose he was out bike riding at 2 a.m. He hit a pothole, fell off the bike, injured his shoulder or something. Because he could have very well got shot in the daytime. He could have got shot in the fucking daytime. What it is he don't recognize them people, those type of people out there. And he was probably like, oh shit, they was probably inside, so ain't nobody got no tool on them. They probably was plotting on him since 11 o'clock. Because when you go in places, they always trying to announce, oh, yo, this such and such we got such and such in the building. Fuck that. Don't tell nobody I'm in the building. And let me come in the back door. Since you're doing all that, or let me go out the back door. I don't know the situation. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear more about it. But I don't know the situation. But nah, dog. Like, if you can't go out in New York City at 2 a.m., shit, listen, man. Yo, some of the best shit, some of the most fun times, some of the most chill times, 2 a.m. But when I be out at 2 a.m., I be with me and my wife will be out. Yo, sometimes one time me and my wife and my daughter, this before COVID, we went shopping one time. And it was about 1:30 in the morning. One store just opened up. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And we went in there and we spent like $500. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not realistic to be in New York City and not be outside at 2 a.m. being that young, his age, and fucking rich. It's not realistic. Now, security make more sense, but he didn't. And look what happened. But I get what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nobody got the fucking right to just shoot nobody, bro. That shit's crazy. Some of these motherfuckers is crazy. Their logic is fucked up, and we always gonna be in the same position. Period. I don't give a fuck. People be like, yo, we could. No, we can't. We can't never do better. We never gonna do better. We always gonna be in the same position. Always. Book it. We've been in this position for how many years? Shit ain't changing. Fucking millionaires getting shot. Millionaires getting shot. The CEO dude for the medical shit, 6 in the morning. Pop. Don't matter what time you out. If somebody gonna do something to you, they're gonna do that shit to you regardless of what time it is. Just regardless, bro. And I'm gonna get out of here on that, man. Y'all check your pod wherever you listen to your podcast at, man. That shit just aggravated me even more. I was already aggravated about it, but just talking about it and reporting on it today, shit just aggravated me even more, dog. Like, man, you, you fucking shooting motherfuckers, bro. Yeah, the dude that shot him ain't on a $1 million deal. So, like I said, they're not the same, right? That's what I'm saying. They ain't the same. They're not thinking the same. He's out enjoying life. The motherfucker that shot him is trying to get a come up or whatever, or mad at something, bro. Like, they're not the same, bro. But anyway, like I said, man, truck talk. We went over, but it was good. I love it. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe for the algorithm. Every day we on, chopping it up about whatever at noontime. And you saying not big bucks. Not big bucks. Does the other person that shot him know that though? Is what I'm saying. You just looking at what he's doing. And this ain't his first year. So do you think the other person is making $330,000 that shot him? Because I don't think so. This is not his first time. This is not his first year in the NFL. So I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. But anyway, like I said, I gotta run. We gonna do this. You make sure you subscribe to I like viewers like you This makes great content. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all.